everyone, this is Nikki K and welcome to Beyond Astro K, where today I am bringing you the full moon in Aquarius video for all the tarot signs, a tarot message for each sign. Now, I have recorded a podcast episode on the Aquarius full moon, a little bit more in depth about the planets, messages, and all what the planets are actually saying. So check that out, because it is a message that a lot of us will need to hear. It's, there's obviously, the Aquarius full moon is at a critical degree, which is the 29 degrees. So it's like a karmatic degree, and it is about endings, but also there's like a new beginning happening, but there's something also brewing as well. So if you would like to find out what all of that means, check out my podcast, Beyond Astro K podcast. So with that being said, I'm going to be pulling out a tarot card for each of the signs, and I think that we should start with Aquarius, because you are the star of the show. So Aquarius, let's see what's happening for you, because this full moon is in your first house. It does conjunct Jupiter as well, which is in your sign too. So this is the time where a lot of you are wrapping a lot of projects, or there may be, because full moons are about leaving, it's about losses. So I feel some of you Aquarians during this time will be, there might be a loss of a friendship. Some of you may be leaving, but also you're feeling very optimistic, very confident about where you are going emotionally. And I don't feel a lot of you Aquarians are feeling like any type of like nostalgia, or any, feeling that any losses that are happening now is going to create like a huge upheaval in your life. You're all about moving forward. So with this full moon in your sign, really, this is a great time to set intentions for, especially because it's like the critical degree, set intentions for what you would like, how you would like to move forward, especially when it comes to like your work and your career. And also because you have Saturn there as well, this is going to be very, it can actually feel quite intense. So the third tarot card that you have is the Ace of Pentacles. Now the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning for a lot of you Aquarians. This is to do with like your money, your finances, your love life, even in terms of like your health. I feel during this new full moon, because it's the second one that's happening for you, you're feeling very optimistic as well. This also I do feel, because you have the we have Mars, we have this, the T square of Mars in Venus in Libra, trined Saturn. Yeah. So, and Venus is in, Venus in Libra is in your 9th house, and it trines Saturn in your 1st house. So this is about you learning. So I feel this is a brilliant time, especially the Ace of Pentacles. This is a brilliant time for a lot of you to start learning new skills. I feel some of you could actually be learning something from a new partner, or the partner that you have. Whatever you're learning, it can actually bring a lot of financial gain, which is not actually a bad thing. With the Ace of Pentacles, it is actually a portal that is opening for you. So it's something that you're leaving behind. It could be like an old work project, but you're actually now moving into a new sphere. So the Ace of Pentacles is showing you, Aquarius, that be open to changes that are happening. You're a fixed sign, and it can be quite hard to be open to new experiences. So the Ace of Pentacles is also blessing you with abundance, abundance in love, also abundance in your career, but also with your health too. So if you have any type of health issues, your health can actually start to improve now. Then we go to Pisces. So Pisces, during this full moon in Aquarius, you have the Lovers. Now this full moon is actually in your 12th house. okay? And you have Mars in, we have Mars in your 7th house, and it trines Uranus in your 3rd house. So this is a, even though this is your 12th house, so this is about undoings, I feel this is a great time that a lot of you are going to start really leaving things, starting something new. This could be to do with your health. This could be, any type of practice that you have incorporated. You may leave it now and start something fresh, especially with Mars being in your 7th house. This could be within a partnership, or this could be, you actually talking and communicating with people. So with the Lovers card, which is actually, a nice Gemini card, this is about partnerships, okay? So this is a great time for you to definitely, when you may be still being that sort of like cocoon, but there's a cocoonness, there's an energy that's actually leaving. So this is a great time to sort of open yourself up and get very much in contact with your inner self, because the Lovers card, it is lovers, but it is also like the energies that we have within us. So this is, for you Pisces, I feel that something's going to definitely change within your relationship, and some things may not be said, but some things probably will be said, and the Lovers card is helping you to, balance the two energies that are within you. It's also helping you to, communicate your truth, communicate your thoughts as well, but also opening you up to new possibilities, especially when it comes to, your relationships, but also when it comes to your, practices as well. Aries, you have, let's see Aries, because Aries, this is in your, 11th house. Okay, and we have the, the foot, it conjuncts Jupiter in your 11th house. This is really great for like endings of friendships, endings of goals. You may be moving into something more sustainable now. Some of you Aries might even, decide to, want to be around people, because with Aquarius being in your 11th house, it can make you feel very, secluded, excluded from groups. But now you can actually start being within a new group and, not really looking back. So the card that you have is the Page of Swords. And this is a very young, this is a very young card. It also does caution when it comes to like being overconfident. Some of you could actually really shoot from the mouth. So I feel with the endings that is coming, that for you, when it comes to like any type of friendship, or you actually being within a friendship, the Page of Swords is guiding you to, go into that young fun side that you have within yourself. Some of you may actually want to be that leader, which is not very hard for a lot of you, but just be mindful that there's people that are not, as confident as you. They may not want to, be dominated, so even when you're setting intentions, being around people that are actually like-minded, like yourself. And also the Page of Swords is also showing you, Aries, that this is also a great time to be, not only starting new projects, but, not being afraid, even though 11th house is about gains within people. If something's not working, do it your own way. And sometimes you'll find that when you do something your own way, and after then you present it to a group, they'll actually will be on board. But also be mindful also with you Aries, that even though some of you may be doing something your own way, that that people may not be receptive. So it's not about forcing them to accept your ideas too. So I feel that this new moon is going to be actually very good, because you've got Jupiter involved. So this is about expansion. So you'll be expanding your truth, expanding your work. This is a great time to be meeting new people too. Then we have Taurus. This is in your 10th house. Okay. So a lot of you Tauruses, this is a definite ending when it comes to like a career, setting intentions for a career, setting intentions for, you know, being around like a like-minded boss, or even being your own boss. You know, you have Venus, you have Mars, which is in your 5th house, and it trines your 1st house. So, you know, your energy is going to be, I feel that your energy might be on creativity at the moment, but it's about listening to the changes that are coming within. Okay, and I feel some of you Tauruses may have to really, you know, sort of, some of you may actually be digging your heels with the changes that are actually happening. But if you listen to, you know, with Mars being in your 5th house, the drive is going to be, you know, okay, I can do this, you know, even though I may be how I am, still pursue your goals, you know, because this could actually be a new career for you. So the card you have is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords, you know, even though when you see swords cards, it's like, oh, but actually the King of Swords is actually showing you, Taurus, that, you know, it's time to be that king, yeah, but also try to be more open, you know, because I feel there's a lot of conversations that are happening for a lot of you Tauruses, and you know, there can be some indecisiveness that happens for you guys, because, you know, with Uranus being in your sign, you may or may not know what's going on, or I feel some of you actually try to control the situation. But the King of Swords is actually, it's actually an Aquarian card as well. You know, and Aquarius does square you, so I do find a lot of you Tauruses are getting, you know, are really like sort of like very frustrated in what's actually going on. So it is about you sort of like balancing your home and your work life, but also being strong with the changes that are happening. Try to be more open with the changes that are happening. I feel also a lot of you Tauruses are going to be, you know, maybe having conversations with people. You know, this could actually be an Aquarian. You know, this could actually be an Aquarian, a new Aquarian boss, or, you know, you yourself could have like Aquarian moon rising. But, you know, I do feel that, you know, it does represent you having more strength now. This is about you having strength in your convictions, you know, strength when it comes to what you want, strength in, you know, listening to yourself as well. The next sign that we have is Gemini. Now, Gemini, this is in your 9th house. And a lot of you Geminis are really, you know, some of you may be feeling quite, you know, there's a lot of learning that I feel a lot of you are doing, especially if like it conjuncts the Jupiter, and Jupiter actually opposes you. But I feel during this time, especially this full moon, it's about, you know, releasing a type of learning that you no longer serves you. You know, you're about, 9th house is about higher learning. So there may be some projects or courses that you may drop out of now, and you want to start something new. But it's really great to try and finish what you're starting too. And, you know, the card that you have is the King of Pentacles, and it is actually reversed. Now, the King of Pentacles is showing a lot of you Geminis that, you know, it is, you know, some of you could actually feel that, you know, projects are not taking off as much as you want it to. You know, with the full moon being in your 9th house, it's about sort of sticking to what you want to do, you know, and I feel some of you might find it pretty hard. So with this King of Pentacles cards, it's actually a card, is Taurus card, you know, and, you know, you're next door to Taurus. So you have that sort of like Taurian way, but it is showing you to be a bit more, you know, it's a card of money. So I feel that some of you, if you're going to pursue like a new course of study, it could be teaching, because some of you could actually be trying to do some publishing, or getting your work published, or even like learning from other people, seeking a new guru. This could actually bring some money, but it's about sticking to what you're doing. You know, when it's a full moon in your like 9th house, it's releasing an old project, and bringing in a new project. But it's the King of Pentacles is actually asking you, is this something you actually want to do? Are you sure that you're going to commit to this? And if you're doing it just for the money, it may be very fleeting. So I feel that some of you Geminis during this time will have to really think about what type of study that you want to do. And also, you know, some of you may be having like some conversations, especially when it comes to like the law as well. So you might be learning about the law, like your rights. And, you know, we have the Venus in, you know, the Venus trine Saturn, which is actually very, very beneficial for you during this time. So it's in your 5th house, Venus in your 5th, trine Saturn in your 9th. So this is a great time for you to, you know, really, even with the King of Pentacles, it is reversed, but it is showing you to, you know, be very mindful when it comes to like your love life too. Are you, you know, with this trying to, you might be, you know, chatting up someone and it's just might be for play, but the person might be serious, or even you yourself might want to actually commit. And this King of Pentacles is, you know, it's a pretty serious card. It is about money, but even when it comes to like love, it is to do with like, you know, when it comes to like a new relationship, you know, when it comes to like commitment, be sure about commitment too. Don't just jump into anything. It's all about thinking. We have Cancer. And Cancer, this is your 8th house. So, you know, Saturn's in your 8th house anyway. You know, so there's a lot of purging that a lot of you Cancers are doing. And some of it may be very uncomfortable. You know, and with this, you know, this is a great time to set intentions, you know, to like actually really finally paying off debts, and or when it comes to like money, joint finances, you know, really digging deep and, you know, sort of like looking beneath what's actually going on. Especially on an intimacy level, you know, some relationships may end. Some of you may be actually wanting to end something, but you haven't really got the guts. So this full moon could actually bring that to fruition. And the card that you have is the 10 of Pentacles. Such a great card for you because, you know, Sun in Leo's in your 2nd house. So 10 of Pentacles is about, you know, you being actually, you know, sort of like relieved, but also you're content. So I feel that during this new moon, there's a lot of contentment happening. Contentment in your finances, things are actually being sorted out, debts are being paid off, but also content that, you know, a relationship is going the way you actually want it to. Because, you know, you have Mars in Virgo, which is in your 3rd house, your communication house, and it trines Uranus in your 11th house. So with these trines, which is actually really good for you, this is about you communicating. You know, some of you actually might want a bit of freedom when it comes to your relationships, but also some freedom when it comes to friends. You know, the 10 of Pentacles is also showing a lot of you Cancers that, you know, if you are going to be doing, you know, some of you may even decide to like start a new project, you know, once your finances is in order, especially if you're like, you know, your relationship is where you want it to be, you may have that, you know, confidence and energy to pursue like a new goal, because 11th house is about goals, but doing it in a different way. And the 10 of Pentacles is showing you during this time, this, you know, it will come, you will be very abundant now. You know, not only is, you know, your debts or loans have been paid off, but, you know, whatever you're going to be starting during this, whatever you're releasing and whatever you start, you're going to be very abundant. It's a new beginning for you Cancers. And sometimes some of you may actually be feeling you're not really sure, but the 10 of Pentacles is showing you, you know, sort of go there, really go there. You know, you're going to even be even more content. You know, you can actually, some of you could actually finally sort of relax. But this full moon might make you feel a bit uneasy, might make you have to purge a bit more. But all that purging that you're doing, Cancer, will actually be the making of you. Leo, this is in your 7th house, and the sun is actually in your 7th house during this time. So Leo, you know, with this being the 7th house, this is a great time to, you know, some relationships. Some of you may actually want to switch up a relationship. There could be some endings in a relationship because this is like 29 degrees. It's a karmatic thing. I feel some of you Leos may also be, might even be seeing like an ex during this time. But the ex could come into your life now because something needs to end, or there's some unfinished business that's going on. But this is also a great time for you to set intentions, Leo, to actually release, you know, any partnership issues that you have, and also gain your independence back, because, you know, we have Venus in your 3rd house and it does trine Saturn in your 7th house. So this is about speaking your truth, you know, but also if you want to commit, say it, you know. I don't think a lot of you are actually very afraid. You know, you're very fearless, you Leos. Generally, you're very fearless. So there might be some commitment issues that could come up, but also might be a start of a new beginning of a relationship. This also could be business as well. The card that you have is the Hierophant card. So the Hierophant card is actually a Taurus card. And it's funny, you know, because, you know, Taurus does square you. You know, Leo and Taurus generally do get on. You know, I find that Leos, you know, you do very much, you know, try very hard to bring Tauruses out of like their cozy shell, and there is a lot of resistance happening. So with you having the Hierophant card, it's about going back to basics, you know, especially with that Venus trine Saturn. There's an energy of, you know, some of you Leos may be actually being afraid to commit because you are thinking that your independence is going to be compromised. And some of you may be, you know, wanted to just like date people here, there, and everywhere. But the Hierophant card is actually telling you now's that time to commit. Commit to, you know, a relationship that will be beneficial to you. And also any issues that happens with like contracts, even with people that you're working with, time to sort it out. You know, get it over with. Don't procrastinate. If you have to bring out legal papers, remember the 7th house is about legal. If you have to bring out papers, if you have to like, what's that word? If you have to, you know, set the record straight in your own way, now's that time to do it. Hierophant card is also showing you, Leos, that, you know, some of your conversations now, you know, especially those who want to commit to a relationship or a partnership or a contract, there's gonna be a lot of like serious like talking going on. And, you know, some of the people that you are actually in contact with may be quite old school. So it's up to you to be showing them a different way. It's like what I said with Tauruses, you know, it's up to you to show the people that, you know, not only can you be trusted, but if we go this way, it can actually help you. And Taurus is actually in your 10th house. So there's going to be a huge change when it comes to like your career. But this time it is to do with like your relationship. So, you know, stand in your truth. The Hierophant card is actually asking you to stand in your truth, Leos. If you want a commitment from someone, you know, say what you want, say what you feel. And, you know, but it's all about being honest as well. The Hierophant's card is also asking you to be honest. Virgo, this is in your 6th house, which is like your house. You know, this is about, you know, like Pisces, the 12th is your house. The 6th house is to do with like your duties, your, you know, your work, people you work with, it's employment, pets, your health and fitness. So this is about releasing something may not be working when it comes to like your work. So, you know, some of you, this is just a general, guys, but look at your chart. But there may be an end of an employment happening. Some of you may be anticipating an end, wanting an end. You know, there might be a huge change within the job. So some of you may be like really amping yourself up for this change. And also, this is a great time to sort of like restart like a new regime that will actually benefit and work for you during this time. And the card that you have is the Empress card. Oh, this is such a nice card for you, Virgo, because Empress is asking you to really take care of yourself during this full moon in Aquarius, because I feel some of you could actually feel quite jumpy, quite anxious, because there might be a lot of changes happening around you. Some of these changes you didn't really anticipate. If you did anticipate these changes that are happening or these endings, it will still make you feel a bit on edge. So it's about relaxing, taking care of your health, taking care of your routines. If you are starting something, you know, take it slow. Empress card asks you to take it slow. Have lots of salt baths. Also, you know, take care of your heart. Listen to your heart as well. If you're in a relationship, a great time to really, you know, be pampered by your partner. You have Mars in your sign and it trines Uranus in your ninth house. So this is about your energies are going to be pushed towards trying something different when it comes to like your learning. This is a brilliant time for a lot of you Virgos to be starting like a new project. Something to do, it could be to do with the law. Some of you could actually start doing some writing, journaling. It could actually be published, which is always good. But Empress has asked you to take care of yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. You know, the Empress card is about taking care of others too, which a lot of you find easy to do. But, you know, really take care of yourself. Really, you know, if you can afford massages, it's great. You know, some Reiki work. Also, you know, don't be afraid to indulge once in a while, Virgo. Don't, you know, being too strict can actually put the reversed effect on you. So like if you feel for that slice of carrot or courgette cake, have a slice or even have two. You know, this is about releasing, but also about new beginnings coming. Okay, so self-care is important. Libra, this is in your 5th house. So Libra, you know, there might be an ending when it comes to like a love. I hate saying about endings of a relationship, but this is what I feel. You know, there might be it might be an ending of relationship, but also might be, you know, you wanting to try something different within your partnership. Okay, but especially you've got Jupiter today, you're feeling a lot of you are feeling very ambitious. You want to try something new. You know, you want to, this is about positivity as well. So, you know, if some of you Librans are single, you know, some of you may actually want to, especially if you've got the Venus in your house and it trines Saturn, you may actually want to commit. So, you know, this is about you, you know, communicating what you want, not being afraid of like past issues that you had in a relationship. Saturn can actually bring up, you know, past karma you had with a past lover. Okay, and if you're with someone that you actually love and respect, there may be some talk of commitment. So I do feel some of you Librans may actually be sort of digging your heels, but you know, now will probably be that great time for you to actually commit to a love and relationship. But this is also to do with like your children, if you have any, starting like new like creative projects with your children. Also, you know, some of you may actually take it way too seriously, but still it's, you know, but and also your children want to have fun. So, you know, making sure that, you know, yes, it's going to be serious, but it's also about having fun. You know, I feel some of you actually, because of the Venus trine Saturn, you know, Venus is about indulgence, and also with Jupiter being there as well. So there might be, some of you might be overindulging, but Saturn can actually make a lot of you more strict. So I feel that some of you Librans may start with like a new workout regime, maybe a new diet, but also, you know, you want to be your best, you want to feel your best, especially because we have the, you know, Venus in your sign, and the card that you have, whoops, is a 9 of Wands. I'm sorry about that. 9 of Wands, yeah. And whenever I see this card, I always laugh. I don't know why I laugh, but it is showing you, the 9 of Wands is actually showing you, Libra, like not to hold on to the old. Okay, yes, in life there are things that we need to, that, you know, when, especially when we feel threatened about something, you know, because this is about releasing. This is about releasing like a karmatic pattern that happened in your relationship. Okay, So I feel some of you during this full moon in Aquarius that there's this, there's this old lover that keeps coming up that you keep thinking about. You may or may not be in love with them, but it just keeps coming up. And this could be from, your 20s or in your teens. And this lover had, your partner had a great effect on you. So the Nine of Wands is asking you, Libra, to sort of to let go, okay, and not think that relationships if you're in a relationship now with someone, it's not going to be the same. So you can actually let go and sort of move forward, okay, because the number 9 is about endings too, and the 29 is about endings. The number 9 is about humanitarianism work. So this is a great time to actually, be speaking to your partner, actually even, being kinder to yourself now. Any past issues that come up, especially when it comes to like an old creative project too. If it didn't work out, it wasn't meant to be. Okay, you can actually start something new. Some of you, I feel, are also ending like a creative project. I feel there feels like there was lots of creativity that you had in your mind that you want to do, but now it's not really, it didn't manifest the way you want it to. And it could have been to do with money, time, it could have been anything. So it's about letting that go and starting something new, because this is going to be in your house for like 20 odd years, Libra. Okay, so this is actually a great time, and not hold on to things too much, because it's not going to serve you and it's not going to be making you happy, because you're all about balance. And I think if you can, the card is actually saying, if there's a lot of like continuous of holding on to, because the holding on, I feel, could be to do with, playing it safe. And Aquarius being in your 5th house is about sort of thinking outside the box. So doing something fun with your partner, doing something fun with your kids, but also doing something fun when it comes to your creativity. And also this will make you feel confident, even doing something fun when it comes to like your fitness regime too. Scorpio, this is in your 4th house. A lot of you Scorpions, like all the fixed signs, are really going through it. You're going through this huge transformative time, Scorpions. A lot of you are, even like when it comes to like the mind, the emotions is going, some of it's probably going back to the past when you was a child, thoughts, conversations with your mother, some of you Scorpions are also having this like, conversations within yourself about how you were when you were young, your past, your roots. Some of you could actually be discovering more about your, your lineage, your family heritage. But this is a great time to let go of any old wounds that you're holding onto, especially to 29 degrees. This is a time that is going to be like sort of like for once and for all, I need to let go of this. In the beginning, the first full moon that we had was like the beginning of letting go, but now it's like the final act. So it could be very emotional this time now. And you have Mars, which is in Virgo, and it's in your 11th house, and it trines Uranus, which is in your 7th house. So this, this trine within your 11th and 7th house is, there's definitely be some changes when it comes to like your friendships and your relationships. Definitely like, relationships as well. But also there might be a break that's happening. You might be doing something very different. How you communicate with your friends, and also how you communicate when it comes to like your personal relationships. And with Uranus being in your sign, Scorpio, this is definitely turning things up. And it's sort of like there's not you don't find that there's a lot of control happening. Excuse me. But also, when it comes to, your energy is definitely, some of your energy could be focused on your goals and your dreams, and how you can sort of like navigate and move forward. So the Mars trine Uranus is going to be giving you this new insight during this time. So once you let go of any past energy that you have when it, or even like past karma when it comes to like family. It's going to be, you know, some of you are going to be focusing much more on your relationships, especially like your friendships and your goals. So the card that you have is the Ace of Cups. Such a lovely card. It's a new beginning for you, a new emotional beginning for you, Scorpios. You know, I feel that, you know, because the Sun in Leo is in your 10th house. So there's a new energy when it comes to like your career happening. This is a time for you to shine. Yes, there's going to be some frustrations because there's some learning that I feel a lot of you are doing. I actually spoke to a Scorpion today and they had to sort of, there's a lot of learning they have to do when it comes to like their career, like relearning. So, but at the same time, the Ace of Cups is showing you that it's a new emotional time to start fresh, start again. If your emotions are balanced, then everything else is going to be more balanced now, you know. In life, Scorpio, especially this Cups card, it is showing you that, you know, sometimes we have to purge, we have to dig deep, and it's very uncomfortable. You guys, more than others, are the psychologists of the zodiac, and, you know, it's a normal thing for you to purge, but if you can control it. But if something is not in your control, that's when things get a little bit crazy. That's when you see like the dark side of Scorpio. They'll do things to really... But the Ace of Cups is showing you it's going to be a lighter time, a bit more of a lighter time. You not only are you releasing past trauma, past karma, but you're also bringing a new love. And this could also be like a new lover coming into your life. You know, you having nicer conversations when it comes to like your parents, or, you know, finding out new exciting things when it comes to your, you know, your lineage, you know, your roots. You know, you could be discovering new things of, oh, I didn't know that was how my auntie was, or my, you know, my mum was, or my dad was. And that's why I'm like this. You know, you are very strong. You're going to find out where you get your strength from, but also where you get that sort of love that you have of life as well. It doesn't feel very dark and deep. It just feels more emotional. And also the Ace of Cups is showing you, you know, reach out to people when you need that. You know, if you feel that, you know, you need to reach out, don't be afraid. You know, reach out to people you trust, you know, not to any and anyone, but reach out, because it's a hand, it's a cup, but it's also a new beginning. I feel some of you might actually feel quite lighter during this time. Sagittarius, so Sagittarius, this full moon, Aquarius, in your 3rd house. This is about your communication, how you communicate with people, writing, speaking, learning, you know, your community, your neighborhood, your brothers and sisters. You know, with Jupiter being in there, which you're actually ruled by, like Pisces, this is going to give you a lot more, there's going to be, I feel, a lot more positive conversation happening. Because it's a releasing, and it's a blue moon, some of the releasing that you're going to be doing, like this project that you no longer want to do. There can also be friendships that are no longer serving you, not in a way that is like cold, but it's just that, you know, they're not aligning with the same beliefs as you. So they could just like filter away. But I feel that some of you are going to be wanting to discover, you know, discover new territory, discovering new projects, you know, and this could actually bring new opportunities. It can bring fortune. It could also bring, you know, new people in your life, new friends into your life, that I feel a lot of you Sagittarius don't really mind at all, because, you know, we have Venus in, you know, so it's a great time to be setting new intentions for like something new that you want to do, something new you want to learn. You know, even like a career switch that could be happening as well. We have Venus, which is in Libra, and it's in your 11th house, and it trines Saturn, which is in your 3rd house. Okay, so with this Sagittarius, this is a great time for you, for your goals. This is a great time for your goals. I feel some of you could actually find during this time, especially when you're releasing old goals and bringing new goals in, the new goals that you can actually come. I feel some of you might actually probably stick to it There's something you love. This is something that could travel afar. This could also, you know, new friends can come in. Some of you could actually be aligning yourself with a new group of friends. They could be quite zany, quite eccentric, but they are aligning. You know, they understand you. You don't have to keep explaining yourself. And, you know, also this is about relationships too. Okay, so if some of you are single, you can find love in a relationship. This person could be serious or appear serious, but they are, you know, they have like this sort of intelligence that you could actually learn from. Okay, so, and also they could be from a different culture, which is always good, you know, because they could actually teach you a new language. Okay, so the card message that you have is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is actually reversed. So the Queen of Pentacles is asking you, Mr. or Mrs. Sagittarius, to, because it's a Capricorn card, you know, so it's quite a serious time. So I feel, even though it is reversed, it might be making you sort of like go back to the drawing board, you know, and it's, you know, when it is reversed, because it's about, you know, because Capricorn is about, you know, restrictions, and it's also about losses, and it also can be to do with blockages. So I feel, especially this Queen of Pentacles, you know, there might be someone that comes into your life at the moment, which I feel, like I said before, could be very serious. And, you know, they may be stopping you from doing what you want to do. But also, you know, even when it comes to like your communication, because this is about your communication, the third house, you may not be wanting to speak in your truth. You may not want to be, even though, you know, I feel that some of you may be in a position where you have to sort of toe the line, and it might be making you very unhappy. Okay, so you're gonna have to find a way to come out of that and be around situations and people and places that can make you feel a bit more free. Okay, and, you know, I also feel with this Queen of Pentacles that when it comes to like money, there may be, you know, be mindful of your spending habits. It's you know, because there might be, you know, there are some situations where a lot of you might have to spend, and, you know, you might be overspending, maybe because of Jupiter, you know, maybe because the conjunction to Jupiter is happening, so you might be feeling very over generous. So you might have to really rein your spending in. Okay, not, you know, yes, you know, no one is financially, you know, up there, you know, if you are lucky you, but, you know, you might be feeling very overconfident when it comes to like spending on friends, spending on things that you maybe not need. So it's about thinking about your spending habits as well, and even spending it on when it comes to friends. I feel even though the Queen of Pentacles is also showing that there might be this huge realization that comes when it comes to like anything you want to commit to. Okay, it's about being serious with your commitment, but also it is also showing that, you know, anything you actually want to do as well, you may have to, you know, sort of like go back to the drawing board, you know, go over things like projects, go over like your writing, go over like anything you're bringing out there. You really have to go over it before you bring it into the world, because if you rush it, it can it cannot be good, but it can just not go the way you actually want it to. So it's about going back, honing your skills as well before you bring it out into the world. Okay, last but not least, we have Capricorn. Now Capricorn, this is in your second house of your money, you know, your self-worth, how you view money, how you're spending money, you know. And also it's concerning like when it comes to like your eating habits too. Not a lot of us talk about that, but it is to do with like eating, because it's the second house. It's ruled by Taurus. So there's a, you know, you know, during this time with this new full moon in your second house, there's like an ending when it comes to like money, when it comes to how, you know, your way of like earning money, it's gonna be ending, and I feel some of you are gonna have to find like a new way. So if you've been overspending on things that are quite, you know, materialistic, things that you may not need, that might have to end. A lot of you might have to start reining it in And if you are earning money in a very conventional way, it's about earning it in an unconventional way, if you know what I mean, Capricorn. And you know, your self-worth, like Taurus and Virgo, is, you know, when you have money, it makes you very confident. You know, money makes the world go round. But now, you know, your money may be quite restricted, which a lot of you don't really like to hear, but there feels like there might be some restrictiveness, whether you're doing it, whether your bank manager's doing it, or whether your partner's doing it. But you know, there's going to be like a huge ending. You know, I feel that some of you might be doing lots of you know, really being strategic when it comes to like your finances, you know, moving it to an offshore account, or you know, even when it comes to like your eating as well, because also we have Mars, which is in your 9th house. Mars in Virgo in your 9th house, and it trines Uranus in your 5th house. So there's a lot of learning during this new moon that you guys are going to be doing when it comes to like, you know, expanding your mind, when it comes to like having fun, when it comes to like having the relationships. This is a time that a lot of you could be learning new things about your partner. Okay. Learning new things about how to have fun, learning new things about when it comes to like, you know, fitness, or even learning about your image. Okay. And some of you may be feeling very comfortable with your image, but Uranus is in your 5th house and it's switching things up. And I feel it's making you and Taurus is very uncomfortable at the moment. You know, so it's about switching something up, but you're going to be learning from it. You know, with the Mars in your 9th, your energy and drive is going to be coming through, you know, learning from different people. So if some of you are single, you can learn from, you know, some of you could actually be in a relationship with someone from a different culture. They may be far away, might having lots of conversations with them. And this will actually bring you even to more better sphere. Okay, because you have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is about a message of love, message of creativity, you know. So I do feel that during this time, not only are you releasing when it comes to like, you know, an old way of like money earnings, your, you know, your self-worth, how you feel about how you're earning money, connecting to your self-worth. This is about love. You know, this is about how you view love, how you know, what do you actually love to do? What are you actually really creative and good at? Is this something you can actually do different? Because the Knight of Cups is a water sign, and you know, you guys, a lot of you Capricorns are very, very sensitive. But you know, this is actually a Pisces card. You know, Pisces rules your 3rd house. So this is about you communicating in a way that you have something deep, heartily felt inside you. Okay, and the Knight of Cups is also helping you during this time that, you know, really connecting to your heart, connecting to something that, you know, that is heartfelt, something long lost, that actually I feel is actually coming back. And I feel some of you Capricorns need to see that it can actually bring a new income, or it can bring a second income. But it's something you love, and even if you don't earn money now, Knight of Cups is telling you it will come. There may be some conversations that are happening now, and you know, there might be, you know, if you're working in a team and you guys are having like a meeting, and oh, let's just do this and let's just do that. There might be some cautions along the way because you don't want to jump the boat, but this could actually bring something very new into your life. So Knight of Cups is asking you to really go there. Don't be afraid, you know, but really tap into your emotions. You know, really tap into your emotions, really tap into, you know, and the Knight of Cups is, like I said, it's a Pisces card. So there might be a Piscean friend or a lover around you that will just open your mind a bit more. You might be talking to them, and yeah, but you know what? If you actually just tried, you never know what can happen. Just try a little bit, you know, don't quit your job, but just try and see. You're like, maybe they're right, you know. So someone like a Piscean, like, you know, watch out for any Pisceans in your life. they could actually be bringing you something, opening your mind to something you never knew you had during this time. Okay, so that was Capricorn, and that was all the water, signs, that was all of the signs. You know, this full moon, you know, it does feel very much a dramatic full moon, but also I think the endings could be definitely very huge. So, you know, you have to definitely try and take it easy. You know, like I said before, there's something brewing underneath all this. Whether we're seeing it or whether we're hearing about it, I don't know. But still, it's about releasing. So, you know, set your intentions. That's really good to set your intentions like the night before. Have a nice bath, or, you know, lighting a candle. You know, trying to do something a bit different. Remember, this is Uranus full moon after all. So yeah, that's the full moon for all the signs. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also check out Empath Butterflies Tarot, who does readings for all the signs, general and love. And you know, you can also check me out on Instagram. I'm also active on TikTok. And also don't forget to check out my podcast, because I have another video, the first chapter of this video, of the Aquarius Full Moon, general for all of us. So check that out. So guys, thank you very much for listening. And you know, feel free to like leave comments, tell me how this full moon has gone for you. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.